Okay, welcome back to Adelante Chicago. A lot of you have been looking forward to the new Star Wars. One of the lead actors, Diego Luna, may have been looking forward to it his entire life as well. He grew up in Mexico City following the series. Our Dean Richards sits down with him to talk about the role of a lifetime.
That would be great. Congratulations on this.
Thank you.
I'm so curious what your reaction was like when you learned that you were going to become part of the Star Wars franchise.
I became a 6-year-old again. You know, I started jumping. I cried. Garrett said to me on the phone, he's so dramatic. He said, welcome to Star Wars. And I was like, oh my God. I started shouting, jumping. And then the next thing he said is, you cannot tell anyone.
Right.
And that was a moment of like, oh God, what is this? I mean, the best news.
What's the good of it?
In a long time, and I cannot share them.
Yeah.
This is like a dream. This is not actually happening.
Yeah.
It doesn't really happen till you go to your best friend and say, guess what?
You're never going to believe
you
this.
know?
Yeah.
But it took another 2 or 3 months for me to be able to tell my family, my friends.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't. Have you ever been involved in any project around which there is so much secrecy involved?
No. Not at all, not at all. And I have to say, at the beginning I was shocked. At the beginning I was a little uncomfortable about it, and I became a little paranoid also. Like, okay, I have to hide everything. I stopped texting. I erased all my pictures from my phone. I said, someone's gonna hack my phone, so I erased everything.
Oh, that's funny.
I went crazy for a little while.
That's so funny.
And then I said, this is in fact good news, and it's not that bad. I think when I saw episode 7, I realized how important this secrecy is, and how magical it is. You know, today we don't go to the cinema to get surprised. Today people already have an opinion of what they're gonna see, you know, with all the trailers, the blogs, the reviews. It's like the moment you sit down, you already know everything.
Yeah.
And I come from the time where the only choice we had, it was like, you're gonna see the 4 p.m. show or the 6 p.m. And whatever was showing in your theater was the film you were gonna see.
Yeah.
And you allow that screen to impress you and to give you all the answers, you know?
Yeah. Were you a Star Wars kid? Did you have the little figures and everything?
I was a huge Star Wars fan, and I started very young because I was the youngest of my cousins, so I really wanted to catch up and be part of that universe. So I started at 6 years old, and I love these films. New Hope is I think it's one of the first films I actually connected with, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I think that was about for me too, same thing. One of the things that people are so excited about with your involvement in this is some diversity in the cast. And I've read of you talking about how proud you are to be a Mexican in Star Wars and so forth. That's a big deal for a lot of people.
It is a big deal, but I'll tell you one thing, it's a big deal for Star Wars, because Star Wars is going modern. Star Wars always has established a parallel with the world we live in. And the stamp this film is gonna leave, it's a stamp of 2016. The world we live in is a world of racial and cultural diversity, you know, where the role of women is different, and you can tell in this film definitely it's a different approach to the role of women than the ones in the 70s. This richness of this team, you know, this diversity, because this cultural diversity brings richness and strength and to this team, you know. It makes them more powerful, and it teaches us that when we leave differences aside, we can do great things together.
Yeah.
So I think it's a very pertinent message, you know, and I blame the audience. I think the audience is shaping cinema, you know. If you go to the cinema and you stop looking at the screen and you turn this way, you see that diversity in the cinema. So the people want to be represented.
Yeah.
You want to go to the movies and be able to
see yourself.
Yeah, to see yourself reflected on that huge mirror that the screen is, you know.
Yeah.
So this film is doing that, and I feel really proud to be part of it.
Yeah.
He's great. Diego Luna, thank you so much to Dean Richards for putting that together.